Hello, Peter French again, to give you a counterintuitive idea about quality in delivery. Well, all business systems, in fact, everything we do every day, is based on the project paradigm. Try this famous saying, attributed to Mark Twain. If it ain't what you don't know that gets you into trouble. It's what you know for sure that just ain't so. So our job in delivery is to create both water and bulletproof systems that deliver our brand promise. No leaks and no breakdowns, whatever we throw at them. To make sure that what we know for sure is just so. Actually, to define the process, it helps to define the target first. We use that much overused set of questions, SMART, to define that target. But one of the true aspects of projects or processes or systems that don't work is that if you change the target in any way, you have to go back to the beginning and redefine the phases. We call them milestones, and the work or the outcome of each of those milestones, which they must produce to eventually hit that target. It's the beginning and the end of a phase or milestone where all the problems occur. Where we are under pressure and the 50-50 pass is just collected, not collected, and the process fails. Innovation and technology can help you, but you should be aware that the extremity of the phase is an important spot. If these bookends contain too much work, they become unwieldy. Too little, they are or of low value, they are overlooked or undermined. Incoming quality is as important as outcome quality. Having rubbish to work on destroys engagement, lowers productivity, and increases employee politics. Keep management measurements simple and automate as much as possible, but never ignore them as they form, built one on top of the other, the total quality of the end product. Remember PLOC from management? While managing a process or a system or a project requires that you quantify the work to be done in that phase or milestone, because unless you have the music score written down and published, how on earth do you propose to measure the technician that is producing the outcomes from the definition? It will all come down to your subjectivity, and yours is only good for you, while theirs is as good for them. And if the two never meet, unless there is a definable standard of measurement, a true north, an objective truth that is either produced or not produced. Outcome expectation, sometimes I've seen it referred to as user experience. What is it? Does it refer to the technician in the task, the customer of the task, either internal or external? It's none of those. It's the leader's expectation. It's how you want this unit of work to be produced with an outcome that satisfies you. Why? Because you are the brand. You encapsulate the essence of the enterprise, and hopefully you also understand your customer so that their expectations are mirrored by your expectations with reference to this product. This is where all political infighting occurs, where every entrepreneur complains, "I don't get good, engaged employees," and where employees say, oh, bugger it, I'll do my own thing, destroying the brand and creating client confusion. And that is the job of a manager, to produce processes, systems, projects that deliver quality, quantity, and repeatability through adherence to a standard operating procedure, SOP. Is that a large 1,000-page book that no one ever reads? Or is it just a small one-page crib sheet that is specific to this task? Either way, it has to be produced and it has to be complied with day after day, producing widget after produced widget. Sounds like the Industrial Revolution product line rubbish that produced the old Model T Ford? Yes, but modern management methods of applying this eternal truth can make the experience different while expecting the same or even enhanced outcomes. The task is always the easiest thing to concentrate on. After all, that is why we are here. Remember, we're defining the work of each phase or milestone of the process, which could be made up of one or more tasks. Two things about the task are important. Who is going to do the task and what standard times are allocated to the task. We've always found that you should not get too pedantic about time unless you're defining a factory process and your time and motion studies have picked up that the task is not performing well. In the standard commercial process, this can be a secondary concern. However, be aware that you only have two management levers of excellence in a process: the time that a task takes and the number of tasks that complete with an error. Shortening the time and eliminating errors is optimizing efficiency and effectiveness. The expectation of the leader and the experience the leader demands for the consumers of this task is a quality factor, one which builds brand confidence and client, both internal and external, satisfaction. Documents, normally associated with some kind of trigger like an order arriving, an order document obviously, or created specifically to initiate the task, are important. But the task can also add to the documents which form the definition of the work outcome, or even modify them. This forms our governance of the task. Consider we receive an order that starts the process of assembling a pick list from stock for delivery. The order is a crucial document in this process, and the picking list, is another. Why? To reconstruct the activities we accomplished in the task, these two governance documents have to be stored, protected, and retrieved in the context of that order and on demand. Our worker or technician who is charged with producing the expected quality in the task uses the documents that initiate the task, which might also be the online help notes reminding them about the intricacies or their work of this task, to start and complete the work. Like answering the phone or having access to stock information to complete a picking slip, having price lookup, or even having tender-specific documents ready for and available on the server. All these things add to the efficiency and accuracy of the work in the task. They need to be defined, be available to the technician, and contain the latest accurate data, or no matter how good the technician is, they will not complete the task optimally. Now you understand the project paradigm, and from today, everything you do will be based on defining a target, and not more than 5 milestones to reach the target, and not more than 7 tasks in each milestone. This is our golden bullet 5-7 project delivery method. Then you'll build every step or task in each phase or milestone to deliver defined expectations of quality, repeatability by following a recipe, and manage through a quantitative outcome what is required for the survival or prosperity of your enterprise community. Two things are missing, however: how to implement this and how to manage it. In the following video on implementation, we will concentrate on these two aspects by introducing a tool to make implementation of the 5-7 method bulletproof, guaranteeing that if you follow that recipe, you'll deliver the design process to eager, waiting, engaged hands that will enact them effortlessly and faultlessly day after day. Plus, we'll spend some time on what has proved to be, anecdotally in our clients, the single most important aspect of longevity for a process: the visualization against history of the critical outcomes from a process, the trending of performance to show that we're either going north, improving, flat, or south, declining, giving you an easy measure of the new systems and an idea of its effectiveness in reaching that design goal. So that is delivery or logistics, and we like to think anyway, it is the birth of quality, the touchstone of customer transaction satisfaction, and the kernel of sales success. Have you heard us talking about the two survival dynamics that must be present and optimized in your business, finance and sales? Would you add delivery into that mix? No. Why? Because it's not a survival necessity. It's a prosperity necessity. We find this so exciting that you can dream about something, and a free set of tools allows you to guarantee that you will deliver on that dream. When last have you dreamt about a change in your organization? Started with a bang, showed all the enthusiasm in the world, but almost nothing changed. That's the definition of frustration, and why everything just seems to slide back into a comfort, or I'd rather call it uncomfortable zone. Try this. It will change your business and your work-life balance forever.